Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jesse from Centaur Well, and today we're going to talk about the 5 rules to living a healthy lifestyle. Let's get into it. The health industry is confusing. You got way too many options out there. Way too many people telling you what's the right thing or the wrong thing to do. So what I wanted to come with today is just 5 foundational principles that you can take with you into your life starting as early as today and start optimizing your life to live healthy. So let's just jump right in. Rule number 1, be responsible for everything. The reason I bring this up and why this is the first rule is because this tends to be the biggest factor between someone finding the health that they want in their lives. Creating change is a process, and it can be challenging at times. And so until we take full ownership of that process and ownership of the results that we want to create in our life, it's going to be really easy for us to find excuses as to why we can't do it, whether it's we don't have time, we don't have energy, we don't have money, whatever it is. We're going to make up reasons for why we can't do something. But the moment we say, this is in my hands, I'm going to do the things necessary to create the life that I want, then everything else becomes, instead of it being a hardship, it becomes an opportunity to allow us to experience life differently. And to be absolutely clear with you, I'm not saying that those who have caused harm in your life is by your doing. They're completely responsible for what happened, and you don't have to own the pain that they caused you, but you get to own, whether it's people or circumstances in your life, you get to own from this point forward how you choose to respond. Rule number 2, eat real food. I'm sure you've heard the quote before, you are what you eat, and there could be nothing closest to the truth. There's tons of research now that shows that our energy levels, our attitude, our ability to respond to stress, the quality of our sleep, the quality of our physique is highly dependent on the quality of our food. And unfortunately, most of the food found on the standard American diet, or SAD diet for short, and most of the food found in groceries that people purchase the quality of that food is terrible, just to be frank with you. Most of it has tons of chemicals, additives, hormones, and excess sugars that have shown to wreak havoc on the body. So the gold standard for what's appropriate for a diet is food that is found in nature. It's really that simple. I'm talking meat, dairy if your stomach can handle it, vegetables, nuts, and fruits. It's really just those simple things that if you stick to food that is appropriate for what a human is supposed to eat, that is found in nature, that is natural, that is comes from the ground or comes from an animal, if you stick to those things, you'll see radical change in your health. So rule number 2, eat real food. And the better the quality of the food, the better your experience. So organic and pasture raised is at the top of that hill. Rule number 3, move often. Our ancestors spent most of their day hunting, foraging, building shelter, and fighting for territory. Movement was necessary, and it's what our bodies were designed to do. We definitely weren't designed to sit in front of artificial screens for 8+ hours a day that has shown to cause atrophy and imbalance. So get up, move daily, move often, move more than you move now. We get rewarded for movement. Studies show that exercise alone can help increase memory and creativity. It induces endorphins, which help us feel good. So get out there and move. Rule number 4, take your sleep seriously. When we consider the lowest hanging fruit as to what impacts our health, it is undoubtedly the quality of our sleep. It's free, you do it every day, and if you optimize it, you can see great results. As a general rule of thumb, you should get 8 hours of sleep at night to function well, to improve mental clarity, to have a healthy sex drive, to have good general health, and to get the most out of your sleep, to have optimal performance. Your head should hit the pillow by 10:30 p.m. Rule number 5, have a community to break all the rules with. what's the point of maintaining such high vibrancy if you have no one to enjoy it with? So go out with friends, have a great time, enjoy, relax, kick back, look up at the stars, do whatever you do with your buddies that brings you joy. If that means every other week or so you guys are going out for a drink, eating some greasy deliciousness, having a late night out, whatever it is, if that brings you the sort of mental break from your consistent practices and gives you joy and gives you excitement to be alive and shows you the purpose for what you're doing in your day-to-day life and why now you get to experience what you've been building in full, well, then by all means go out and have a great time like your life depends on it, because in some weird way it does. Lastly, I'd like to remind you that Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are our habits. If you're looking to create sustainable change over time, then you're gonna have to do it piece by piece. For example, if you like drinking soda and you do it every day, well, jumping straight to water would crush you. So what I recommend is, if you like drinking soda, for example, you switch over to kombucha. You do that for like a month. Right? You get used to kombucha, you're fine with it, you're good, you forgot about soda. Boom, now you move from kombucha to flavored water or flavored sparkling water. You do that for a month. Boom, now you're used to that. And then finally, month 4, you switch over to water, you switch over to sparkling water, and there you go. There you've made the change. It took longer than what most ads will sell you, which is like, do it in a week. But you've built your habits now and they're running off of inertia. So if you're going to build a new habit, you're going to have to shift. It and have that snowball effect happen now over time, and so their inertia can be built in the opposite direction. So start small, build tiny habits over time, and you'll see, over the span of a year, over the span of 2 years, how radically different your lifestyle can be just by these small changes. Voila, and that's it. Those are the 5 rules to living a healthy lifestyle. I did my best to keep this video short, so if you'd like to go deeper on this topic, I do have a full blog with much more information on these 5 rules and what you could take away from them, and that link will be in the bio. And as always, if you'd like to go deeper on your health journey, I am here, I am at your service. Go over to Centaur Well and book a session with me. Let's make this thing happen, and that link will definitely be in the bio as well. And last but not least, like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoy this video, share it with a friend, and if you hated it, well, let's just keep that our little secret. Until next time, this is Jesse, this is Centaur Well, and I'll see ya. Peace.